Alrighty, I'm back, and it's time to get started with some carbon fiber inserts and get these wings on. Got this carbon fiber tube. It's a lot more sturdier than carbon fiber rod. You know, it's just it's like a little 1 millimeter hole, and or 1 millimeter wall. Looks like a 2-3 millimeter hole. I don't have my handy dandy measuring device handy dandy right now, but it's going to provide a little bit more stability. I won't be able to run it all the way across, because if I poke it in and then run it all the way through, it's going to bust through the nacelles into the air intake area. So we don't want to do that. What we want to do is go ahead and take it out, and let's see, if you have handy an aluminum dowel or a brass dowel, something you want to sharpen an edge on, this is going to help you put a hole in your airframe where you want stuff to go. Sorry, I'm grabbing stuff. Grab my handy dandy measuring device too. So you got this aluminum tube, and you're just going to bevel the edge here. What I'm using are emery boards from Walmart. You go down the makeup aisle where all the nail polish and crap is, and you'll find these assorted emery boards and stuff. There's some that are packed in twos, and the one that are packed in twos are like 300 grit sandpaper on both sides. They're not real good for aggressive sanding. They're great for like final fit and finish type, you know, get ready to paint, you just primered it. But you get these that are individually packed. They're about 89 cents, and they're like 80 grit on one side and 220 on the other. And I use the crap out of these, man. I buy stock in this stuff. Anytime I see them, I just buy the whole friggin' tray. And, you know, $10, it ain't no worries. But basically, all I'm doing is I'm sharpening that edge up a little bit here. And I want to take it, and let me get the airframe. I'm going to have to shuffle some stuff around. Me and my big old mess. I got everything out here. You can see I've got the airframe. I got all this tape on here, and there's these little plastic covers that go on there, and basically gluing those down with some 15-minute epoxy. You know, it's just to kind of clean it up, make it look right. But getting into the nacelle, I've got about that far to go up here at the front, and I want to put one dead center at the front. So I just drill in. I could probably go just a touch further and not break through, like so. Actually, it did quite well. Want to try and blow that crap out of the end if you can. If not, grab a piece of piano wire and jog it out of there, because if you don't, it's going to make pushing the next hole hard. So I'm going to do probably about 3 of these throughout the wing area. Let's see. You want to kind of prepare for where your stuff is located. So like this goes in here. I want to make sure that my next dowel goes here in front of the servo. My next tube goes in front of the servo, because my last one will go back here, and it'll be its beefiest portion. So I'll just kind of eyeball it here. That's where I want it to go. Measure how deep I'm going to end up going, and just push straight in. Just twisting a little bit just to make sure we get in there. And none of the foam came out, so it's probably going to give me some complications going in there with the carbon. Maybe not. One more, just for good luck. I can't keep track of nothing. Alright, and that last one, we want to go right here. Just going to mark it. Now I'm going to only go that deep.
As a music lover, how would you feel if you lost the music files on your computer, or your pictures and other files? Well, with Carbonite Online Backup, your files
There it is.
are backed up automatically. They're stored safely offsite. It's easy to get them back. Plus, you'll get anytime, anywhere access to your backup.
Now you check your fitment of your carbon dowel. Fits.
And as a Pandora listener, you get a free 15-day trial.
That fits.
If you decide to buy.
And of course that one's going to fit.
Now, back to the music.
It's going about as far in as it needs to. Yeah, it's doing just where it needs to go. Now, the tricky part is getting it lined up going the other direction. So to do that, you know the wings are going to line up flush on here. So what I'm going to do, I think, is I'm going to cut off a little piece of this and cram it in each hole just to mark where I want it to go. So bear with me. Got a little tube cutter here. Comes in handy on occasions. Tell you what, I'm going to go ahead and do this first one, and then I'm going to cut the camera off. That way y'all ain't bored by me sitting here doing it, because I've done these things in the past and the camera just runs and runs and runs. So, but use my fingers as a guide and just press. And all I did was I marked an itty bitty hole, saying this is where I want my next, where my carbon dowel is going to line up. And I'll probably have to make 2 or 3 of these, because of course it's different depth in there, so I'm going to have to measure it out so I don't go too far. You know, I'm sure 2 dowels would be fine, but call it overkill. I like stability, and with the power this thing's going to be putting out and thrust vectoring, there's a good chance I'm going to crank the mess out of this thing, and I don't want the wings to fold if I can avoid it. So that's it for the moment. I'm going to go ahead and shut the camera off and finish this up. When I come back, we'll scuff the insides and get some 30-minute epoxy out. See you in a minute.